here's hoping that Beatenberg will have a big weekend at the South African Music Awards on Sunday night. They have been bagging, well, they did bag 6 nominations, so really holding thumbs for these guys. Well, next up though, it's over to a delicious recipe, and if anyone can stand the kitchen's heat, it is our Samsung celebrity chef Reuben Riffel, who will be taking us through how to make a beautiful starter to your main dish. It is a creamy asparagus dish, and it was sent in by Zuri Roos. Here we go.
Who says a fancy canape needs to be hard work? With clever use of ingredients, one woman created a dish that's elegant without costing you a lot of time and effort.
Now, Zuri Roos sent in this creamy asparagus recipe under the fancy canape category. Now, I thought it was a winner because it seemed quite simple and she used great ingredients, and you could see she made the extra effort to make something special for her guests. And initially, she wanted to make a souffle. That's until she read at the end of the instructions that it had to be served immediately. Now, Zuri thought that wasn't going to fly in her house, so she came up with this recipe. She served this as a cold starter or even as a warm side dish. I think it's a great dish to have in your repertoire. It's quite easy to make. So first things first, I'm going to start by chopping my onion. I love these little red onions. They got a lot more flavor. It's going to go great with my asparagus. Now I've preheated my pan.
By using both olive oil and butter together as the cooking medium, you get a lovely nutty taste. But do take care not to burn your onions.
Now when it comes to asparagus, the back end of the asparagus are normally quite woody, so you want to get rid of them. I think it's sacrilege when people overcook them. You know, it's very quick on the grill, or even quickly steamed or pan-fried in a pan. They're great like that. I'm just going to use the stalks. Okay, now I'm going to add the cream. So I don't want the cream to boil away, I just want to simmer it. So I want that flavor of the asparagus to also just infuse into the cream. And now just for my seasoning, a pinch of salt, some nutmeg, freshly grated of course. Got some white pepper. I find white pepper just gives so much more flavor and a really great underlying heat to any dish. Quick stir, I'm ready to blend this.
If you don't have a food processor or a blender, you can also make use of a stick blender, but remember to have your mixture off the heat in a different bowl.
Now all I want to add to that is 4 eggs. The eggs will obviously assist my custard to set properly. They're all going to go in there. Okay, and then just another quick blitz again. And that should do it. Right, so here I've got my little ramekins and I've just buttered them because I want to turn out my custards afterwards.
Fill the ramekins 3/4 full and stand them in an oven-proof pan. Make a water bath by pouring boiling water about 1/3 of the way up the sides of the ramekins.
It's important when you bake these custards because by doing that you just have a gentler cooking of those custards and just a much better way of doing it. These are going to go into the oven for half an hour. I've preheated the oven to 160 degrees Celsius.
You'll know the custards are cooked when they start to turn light brown in color around the edges, but be careful not to overcook them.
Great. Now these little asparagus custards are done. I'm going to let them rest a little bit before I turn them out. Now remember those asparagus tips that I kept earlier on. Now along with these lovely prawns, they're going to go straight into the oven to steam. Now the great thing about the Samsung dual oven is that it's got the steam function. So I can steam my prawns and my asparagus in about 4 to 5 minutes. Now check this out. All I do is pour some water in there. Cover it with my glass lid. And then I'll set my temperature and my time. And that's it. I think that's quite a cool function.
Steaming food in the oven couldn't be easier, and it provides an element of freshness to any dish you serve at a dinner party.
Great, so my garnish little asparagus tips and my prawns are done. Yep, they smell and they look amazing.
If you'd like to make this creamy asparagus starter for your next dinner party, simply SMS Samsung to 47490 for a list of ingredients as well as the recipe sent straight to your phone.
So there you have it. Very impressive recipe from Zuri, so well done. Really happy that this is the winner. Really simple and easy to make, great ingredients, and it looks spectacular.
Don't forget to tune in next week for another winning dish. Visit theloveoffood.co.za to receive this week's recipe.
Oh, that looks absolutely delicious. Thank you so much, Ruben. Well, if you would like to get your hands on the recipe to this creamy asparagus starter, you can seriously impress your friends. All you need to do is SMS the keyword Samsung to 47490. That's Samsung to 47470, and we'll send you not only a list of ingredients, but also the recipe as well. Samsung 47490. Check it out. Right now, though, it is that time of the morning. Let's catch up with your news headlines.